All right, let's take a couple of minutes though, just to ground ourselves. So find a comfortable seated position, close your eyes, and let yourself take a deeper inhale and exhale as you kind of grow the spine up, get it taller, reach the crown of the head, up to the sky, and imagine that for a moment you're sitting outside in the sunshine, and the sunshine is hitting the top of your head, and all that beautiful healing sun is flowing down your spine, in through the top of your head and down your spine. And as well as in, down your spine, it's flowing down your neck and down your arms, into your legs and feet, and then into the ground beneath you. Let your shoulders melt back and down. Let yourself feel your seat bones against the floor, against the mat. And see if there's a little bit more length to be found in the spine. And we're just going to do a little bit of counted breathing while we're here. So 4 square breathing. Inhaling for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, and pausing for 4. So we'll just do maybe 4 rounds. So emptying the lungs. And now take an inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. And pause. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. And pause. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. And pause. 2, 3, 4. One more. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. And pause. 2, 3, 4. And just return to your natural breathing. Check in again with your body. And now let's take a deep inhale, bring the arms up in a slow circle up the side of the body. Let the palms find each other. Press the fingertips and the thumbs into each other. And then exhale as you slide the hands back down to your heart space. Take another inhale, bring the arms out to shoulder height. Top of the hands are facing up, just bring them up to shoulder height. And then turn the palms so they're facing the ceiling and inhale the arms back up. And then exhale back to heart center. Interlace the fingers, press them into your heart space. And then inhale, open the eyes, send the palms of the hands to the ceiling. And so you're looking at the back of your hands. Reach up, like try to press your palms on the ceiling. And then let the gaze come forward. Pull the shoulders back a little bit. And then just release the fingers. Send them up. Give them a couple of little flicks. And then make fists and give me some wrist rolls. One way, then the other way. And now slow those wrist rolls right down and feel every muscle in your forearms and your wrists. And take a couple one way and then change direction. And just really notice where you're feeling the stretches with those wrist rolls. And then reach the hands up again, find the length in the body. And let your left hand come down to the mat. press the floor away so the right hip is a little bit harder into the floor, and take that right arm overhead. Pull it back, look to the ceiling. Push the floor away with your left hand. And then take an inhale. Reach up and exhale, other side. So you're pushing the floor away with your right hand. You're reaching your left arm overhead, drawing it slowly back and reaching again. And then taking it up, reaching up on the inhale and exhale. Coming all the way down. Spider walking the fingers forward. Breathing in to that stretch right down into the lower back. And move it around a bit. So maybe sway a bit on your fingertips. From left to right. Let the head go. And then just hold it in stillness for a moment. If you want to relax the palms, feel free to relax the hands and the arms and the palms. And walk the hands slowly back. Bring the fingertips behind you, pointing to your bottom, and open up. And then coming back up to center. We're just going to bring the legs out in front. And bring the left knee, leg up, holding that left knee, and just make some big circles into your hip joint. And a little bit of knee bend as well. Be mindful and slow, and then take it the other way. Okay, and then just release that back down, slowly back down to the mat. Take the other leg up, holding the knee, and then take some hip rolls, hip circles. A few directions one way, and then take it the other way. Okay, and then just alternate, lifting the knees, and a little bit of wiggle in there. Bring the soles of the feet together, press the knees away, and lift up in the spine again. And then push the feet away so that you've got a diamond shape with your legs. And then just gently fold into that space. Doesn't have to be very deep at this stage, just wherever feels natural and at your boundary. And then bring it all back in. Crossing the legs and rolling over into your tabletop. Taking your cat-cows here. So take an inhale as you lift the hips. Let the belly move towards the ground. Open the chest and the throat and look up. And then exhale. Tuck the tailbone under. Push the floor away. Look to your belly. Inhaling. Take this at your own pace now, moving with your breath. You might be a bit slower or faster than the pace I'm going, that's fine. And you might want to linger somewhere for a moment. If you feel a little bit of tightness or tension in any part of the back. Breathe into it, press into it, tease it out gently. Okay, then after your next cat, come back to neutral. Bring the knees a little bit wider so that the width of the mat, bring the toes together and sit back into your child's pose for a moment and walk the hands forward, bring the forehead to the mat. And just relax here for a good 4 or 5 breaths. Taking some slow inhales and exhales. Letting that space between your eyebrows press against the floor. See if your hips will find your heels. Let your breath come long and deep. Okay, one more breath. And now walk the hands back so that they're under your, just by your ears, by your head, and lift up and sit back. Bring the knees together so you're sitting up onto your heels. Tuck the toes under and then just press back. So you're sitting on your tucked toes. You need to like kind of rearrange a couple, like often I need to just rearrange the little toes to tuck them under properly. Go ahead. And then just feel that stretch into the soles of the feet. If it's too intense, come forward a little bit. Bring it off a little. One more breath here. And now let's release that. Untuck the toes and then just give little taps with the top of the feet onto the mat. Just to release the toes. All right. Engaging the core. Sliding your left foot away and letting the left heel come up to hip height. And then just square the hips, because what will probably happen is the hips will naturally open a little bit. I'm exaggerating, but they'll open a little bit. So just square them back to the mat. Bring the weight into your left hand and raise your right arm. And see if you can get that long line from your fingertips to your heel. And now we're going to open on the diagonal. So as you inhale, bring the right arm out to the right and the left leg out to the left. And then even a little bit more. See how far out you can bring that. Feel that the core start to really engage, to hold yourself still. And then bring it back. And exhale. Any little movement here that you want to make. And then reset. Push the right foot away. Let the right heel lift up to hip height. And let your left arm come out in front. Reaching. And then open this out to the side. So inhale. As you take the left arm out to the left, right leg out to the right. And then bring it back in. And release it down. Again, just move the hips, the shoulders, whatever feels good for this time on a Sunday morning. All right, so now we're going to come back to the left leg. We're just going to lift it up so that the left leg is bent. The thigh is parallel with the body, parallel with the floor, in line with the body. And now the left foot is like standing on the ceiling. We're going to pulse it 10 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lovely. And then release it back down. This time we're bringing it out to the side like the dog hydrant thing. And then we're going to have 10 pulses here as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And release it back down. Just going to turn out. Moving to the right leg now. Let that right leg come up. Like the right foot is standing on the ceiling. And 10 pulses here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And bring that down, and then open it up to the side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release it back down. We're going to push the left foot away, hands under the shoulders, shoulder width apart, fingers, middle finger pointing forward, and then push the right foot away as well, so you're in your plank. Holding your plank here, and then we're going to just come down onto our elbows. You can interlace the fingers. And if the hips start to go up, just bring them back down so that you're in a line, engaging the core, engaging the shoulders, pressing the elbows away. If it's too much, bring the knees down. And just hold in there. If you feel my core shaking, just going to hold it for a little bit longer to let the core shake, let it work. The elbows push into the ground, activating the shoulders. And then release the release the knees. And again, sit back down into your child's pose. So let your hips find your heels again. Let the third eye press against the ground. And take a couple of deep breaths here. And now let's come back up. Hands at shoulder width apart again. Tucking the tailbone under, lifting up into our downward facing dog. Pressing the fingertips and the thumbs and the heels of the hands into the ground. Walking the heels of the feet. Tilting the tailbone up high to the sky. Finding length in the spine. The gaze is underneath us. And then find your still dog and bend your knees a lot. And see if you can get your stomach just lightly pressed against your thighs. And externally rotate the shoulders, which means the elbows come a bit closer in. And then press the heels towards the ground. Lengthen the legs a little bit. They don't need to lock out though. We're going to walk the hands back towards the feet. And then just hang here in our ragdoll for a moment. So take your elbows, sway from side to side. Okay, we're going to just hold this release 3 more breaths. So every exhale, see if you can just release your upper body a little bit more. Knees do not need to be locked out, so bend the knees as much as you want. And then just release the arms completely. Activate the core, so pull the core in, and then use that core to roll yourself up. All the way to the top. Let your arms come up in a big circle. Bring the palms together, looking at your thumbs, and then taking a little back bend. And then hands back. Gazes forward. Let's come down, back into our forward fold very slowly. Still no hurry. And then walking the hands forward so that you find yourself back into your downward facing dog. Let's let our right leg lift up. And then just release it back down. And inhale our left leg up. And release that back down. Walking the feet again, just finding a little bit more comfort in your downward facing dog. We're going to roll forward from our dog and back into our plank. Release the knees if you want. Hold the plank. And then push back into your downward facing dog. This time we're going to step the right foot forward. But we can do it slowly. So come up onto the tiptoes. Bring that right knee in, under, roll yourself forward. You can come onto the fingertips of your right hand actually if that helps. and then step the right foot through. Find your high lunge here. Coming into the lovely high lunge, reaching the hands up, and if you want, you can take them back a little bit as well. And then bringing the hands forward and just behind that foot, and then straighten that right knee out a little bit. Again, doesn't need to lock out. And just bend over that right leg. Breathe here. Soften that knee a lot again. Bring the hands on either side of the right foot and press back into your plank. Holding our planks and then pushing back to downward facing dog. We're going to step the left foot to the top of the mat. So again, we're doing it slowly. We're going to come onto our tiptoes. Bring the knee right into the chest. Come up onto the fingertips of the left hand and then step that left foot to the top of the mat. And inhale into your high lunge. Reaching up. And a little bit back if the balance is okay here. Oops, daisy. And then bringing the hands back down behind the left foot, and again straighten that left leg. And bend over that straightened leg. Soften that knee. Hands on either side of the left foot. Again, press back into your plank. And again, if you want to release the knees, release the knees. Okay, this time let's all release our knees. Wrap the upper arms in. Pull the core in. Lower the chest to the ground. Inhale, sweep forward and curl the feet. Bring the pelvis down. Find your baby cobra. And then pushing back up onto your knees. Engaging the core, tucking the toes under, and lifting back to your downward facing dog. Walking up to the top of the mat. Hanging one more time in your forward fold. And then releasing the arm. Coming up to a long flat back, so halfway lift. Reach the arms out in front of you so they're in line with the ears. And then take an inhale and come all the way up. And a little back bend as well. And then hands to heart center in prayer. Bring it back down to heart space. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Take the arms up on the inhale. Exhale, coming all the way down. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Press your shins, hands to your shins. And exhale, forward fold. Hands come to the mat. Step right in the lunge, then step left into a plank. Wrap the upper arms in, and either take your chaturanga or lower the knees and lower the chest and chin. Inhale. Come up a little bit higher. You might want to bring the feet further apart. Keep the shoulders out of the ears. If there's any compression in the lower spine, just and it feels not good, then come down a bit further. And then push back up into your downward facing dog. Look between the hands, step the right foot forward, left foot follows. Exhale, forward fold, and come all the way up. And hands to heart center on the exhale. We'll just do that on the left hand side now. So take it up on the inhale and exhale all the way down. Inhale to a halfway lift and exhale, forward fold. Hands to the mat, step the left foot back and then the right foot back. And again, your options here. So dropping the knees and lowering the chest and chin. Inhaling, coming into the baby cobra. And then exhaling, pushing back up to down facing dog. And stepping the left and the right foot to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands together, heart center. We're just going to turn to face you. We're going to do a little side angle here. So take the arms up, side bend them in, and take it over. Hold it here. And then coming back up, inhaling and exhaling. Other side. And coming back up. All right, let's take a little tree. Bring the hands back to prayer. So, heel into ankle. I know both of you know this. Heel into ankle, or sole, or groin, wherever you guys want to be. Bring the hands to heart center. And just take a little check through the body. So the standing leg is strong, but you don't have to have the knee locked out. There can be a micro bend in the standing leg. Ideally, I'd like that foot straight forward. So if it's off to the side somewhere, maybe just make a little change so it's straight forward. Okay, let's take it up on the inhale. And reach up. Imagine you are that tree. Grounded, but also rising. Bring the branches apart. And just relax the shoulders. And there's a little challenge to be had here. So if you want the challenge, just try closing one eye. And then open it, even if it's just a blink. And then do the other side. Close the other eye, even if it's just a blink or a few blinks. And then open both eyes and just reset for a moment. And then see if you can briefly, even blink, close both eyes. And just notice the change that it has on your balance and your sense of spatial awareness. Okay. Bring the hands back together, slide them back down the midline. Release that knee into your interlaced fingers. Ankle roll here, and the flexing and pointing. Lovely. Let's take that knee out to the side. And let's bring it back in. And this time we're going to take hold of that knee with the opposite hand and take your other arm behind you. Whoops. Whoops. So find your balance. Oh dear. And then slowly bring it back round. And then just release that foot. Okay. Give the standing leg a little bit of a wiggle. And prepare for the other side. So, again, take your option. It could be different. Could be you might be on a different option on this side. Bring the hands to prayer. And then take the arms up. Again, feel that standing leg ground and root into the earth. Open the arms like your branches. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Draw that knee out if it starts to travel inwards. And then again, try closing one eye. Try closing the other eye. And then a brief blink, closing both eyes. And remember, if you do fall out, just notice the conversation you have with yourself. So we're not judging ourselves for falling out, we're not criticising ourselves. It's just where we're at the moment, and it's fine. Okay, bring the hands back up overhead. Bring them back down to your heart space, interlace your fingers, and bring the knee up into the chest. Do your ankle roll, One way and the other way. And then also up and down, pointing and flexing. And then bring the knee out to the side. Okay, so we're going to bring that knee back in. And then you want to remember from the other side, you'll hold onto that knee with the opposite hand. Send your other arm behind you. And see about taking a little twist here, a little balanced twist. Lovely, and then bring it all back. Oops, daisy. And drop that foot. Okie dokie. Let's just step out into a wide leg stance. You can either face me, or if it's better for you, you can face the other way. Your right leg, instead of facing forward, you're just going to lift the toes and have that facing away. So point it at 180 and 90, and then sink down into your warrior two. Gazing over the fingertips above the bent knee. Keeping the torso directly in the centre. And then dropping the elbow to the knee, coming over into our side angle. Palms facing down. Arm is almost trying to glue itself to the ear. And then coming back to warrior two. Let's take our reverse. Take that palm up and just go straight back into our reverse warrior. Binding or hand on the back leg. And then back to warrior two. Let's find our triangle. Straighten that front leg. Push the hips away. Reach forward. There's this micro bend in that front leg. Palms front. And then triangle. And let's revolve this triangle. So bring that top hand down, plant it inside or even on the leg, inside the foot or on the leg, or if you've got a block, on the block, or to the floor obviously. And then see about raising the other arm up. And then bring that back down. And windmill yourself back into your warrior two. And then straighten that leg, bring both feet forward, heels a bit out, toes are a bit in. Inhale up and exhale. Let's find our forward fold here. Bring it all the way down, hands to the mat. And this is probably not going to be your best ever forward fold at this time of the morning or the day, or certainly not mine. So just don't push too hard still early on a Sunday morning. So relax a little bit into it. And then we're going to walk our hands over to our left ankle, left foot, and gently pull ourselves towards that leg. And then release that. Walk to the other side. Pull on your right leg. And then back to centre. And just release yourself in the centre for a moment. And then coming up to a halfway lift. Bring the heels in, toes out, lift up into your goddess. Sinking down. 10 little pulses here, just straight up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and come up. So bring the feet back straight ahead, and now it's going to be the left foot that comes 180, so just plant the heel, lift the toes, send them away, and come down into your warrior two on the other side. Gazing over the fingertips above the bent knee again. Just holding this for a couple of breaths. And then letting the elbow come down and finding a side angle. And then back to your warrior two. Palm lifts, reach it forward, come back into your reverse warrior. And back to warrior two. Let's straighten that leg, push away into our triangle, reach forward, and then again inward into our triangle on the side. Now this top arm is going to come down inside the foot somewhere or on the leg, and the other arm is going to raise up. And let that top arm come down, and windmill yourself back into your warrior two. Straighten both legs, bring both feet forward, heels out, kicked out again, and exhale, come down one more time into your forward fold. You do want to release your hands to the mat or take hold behind your ankles. And then come up into your flat back, toe heel the feet in, sit down into your malasana, your yogi squat. Great stuff. Okay, and now we're just going to sit ourselves down onto our bottoms. Bring one leg straight out in front. Take our little head to knee pose here. Take the arms up on the inhale, reach them up. And exhale, coming down. Breathing. And then reaching the head forward, reaching the arms forward, coming up. And exhale. Bring that bent knee up. Lift the foot, plant it on the opposite side of your extended knee. Lift up in the spine, and then hug that bent knee with the opposite arm and give yourself a little twist. A little hug and a little twist. Okay, we're going to come out of this twist now. So just exhale yourself back to center, and then come all the way around back to the other side. Push the knee away with the elbow, and then back to center. Lift this bent knee up, send it away. Bring the other knee in, and then let it fall out to the side. Reach up, find some length in the spine, take your arms overhead, and exhale, coming down. And just taking again one hold of whatever you've got. Breathing slowly and deeply, just relaxing into this. That noise is our cat, Ange, rolling around.
I wondered what I could hear. Is that his bell?
Yeah, that's his bell. Every time he rolls around, his bell hits the ground. So he's found a little sun patch.
Oh.
Okay, reaching up, reaching the arms forward, coming all the way up, and exhaling. Okay, so lift this bent knee, lift the foot, plant it on the other side of the extended knee. Again, take an inhale as you lift up in the spine, and hug that bent knee with the opposite arm, and take your other hand behind you, pressing the floor away at the base of the spine. So find the length into the spine again, twisting. And then now release that twist. Come all the way around to the other side and push the knee away a little bit. Back to center. Let's push the bent knee away. Soften the knees. Again, find that length into the spine. Take the arms up. Reach up and exhale. Come forward. And see if you can plant your stomach on your thighs to bend the knees as much as you need to do that. And then when you're in your place that you feel you're at your maximum, just let the head go. If you pull in on the soles of the feet, pull the little toes kind of towards you. Release the head into that space just below the knees. And then lift the head, reach the arms forward, come all the way up. And exhale the hands down. All right, we're a bit late, so move on. We're just going to lower ourselves down to the mat, but just do that as slow as you can. So I'll let you find your way in your own time, using your core. And then just bring in the knees, the knees bent to the ceiling, the heels behind you. One very quick little bridge pose. So take an inhale, press the hips up. Take a very deep inhale and exhale. Come up onto the tiptoes, roll down. Bring the knees into the chest and rock from side to side. All right, and a very, very quick little inversion waterfall as well. So, options for you guys. If you've got the bolster or something, get it under the hips. Otherwise, just use your hands and bring your legs to 90 degrees. But if you do have a cushion or anything bolster-like or a block, put that under your hips. Holding your legs just here at 90 degrees for a few breaths. And then just lower the feet to the ground so that you can lift the hips to release your hands. And then bring the knees back into the chest. Give yourself another hug. Reach for the soles of the feet and lift them up into your happy baby. Rocking from side to side. We're going to release the left foot back to the mat. So extend the left leg away. Bring that right knee into your chest and then pull it across the body towards the ground. It doesn't need to touch the ground. Keeping the shoulders in contact with the ground. Gaze can be straight up. You can also take the gaze in the opposite direction that the knee is bent towards. And now lift that knee back up to center. Press it back into the side of the ribcage for a moment and then send it away. Bring the left knee up, press it into the side of the ribcage. And then with your right hand, pull it across the body. And again, the left shoulder stays in contact with the ground. And releasing it, coming back to center. One more little press of the knee, just to the side of the rib cage, and then release that foot. Take both feet to the corners of the mat, or even wider than the mat. Bring your arms by the side of the body. Make any little wiggles you need to make with the shoulders, the arms, the neck, the head, just to release yourself completely. Close your eyes and we're going to hold our relaxation for about 2 minutes. Take a really deep inhale, right up into the chest, and then as you exhale, slowly through the mouth, through pursed lips, let everything go. Release yourself off the floor. Do that one more time. Take a deep inhale through the nose, as deep as you can take. Hold it for a nanosecond, and then as you exhale through pursed lips, release everything into the ground. Soften yourself completely. Release yourself completely. Just surrender into the earth. See if you can find any more parts of you that you're subconsciously holding tension in. And breathe into them. Yeah, palms are facing the ceiling, your fingers are gently curling in. With every exhale, you are relaxed a little bit more, sinking a little bit deeper. Letting go just a little bit more. And if you're resisting in any way this complete surrender, just notice that. Maybe you're not, but just check yourself for that. Okay, let's take a deep inhale. Let's start to bring ourselves back, so maybe you want to stretch the fingers, spread them, stretch the toes, spread the bottom of the feet, spread the palms, and then relax them. And then take another inhale and bring the arms overhead, stretch the arms away, bring the feet together, stretch the legs away, give yourself a long stretch in both directions. And then pull the knees into the chest and press them there, hugging yourself, rolling from side to side. And then just rolling all the way over onto your right for a moment. Then you might want to put your arm under your head. And then pressing yourself up, finding your way back to seated. Still the arms are closed. Just feeling your way. And then find the length in the neck again. Find the length in the spine. Bring the arms or the hands to the knees. So let's bring our palms to center. Rub them. Feel that heat beneath your palms and press it into your eyes. And then opening the eyes under the palms, blinking a couple of times. And then bring the hands back to prayer, back to your heart space, and that's us done. Namaste.
Namaste.